Namaste children. Let us start a new lesson, that is essentials of life and water. So, for a living organism to survive or to live, there are so many things that are essential, like the basic needs like air, water, shelter, food. All these are the basic needs of the living organisms. So, in our today's class, we are going to learn about air, which is one of the major essential factor for life. So, what exactly air it is? So, air it is nothing but the Earth's atmosphere. The air that is around us, it is a mixture of many gases along with the dust particles. It is a clear gas in which the living organisms can breathe. Air is your Earth's atmosphere where so many gases are present as a mixture along with the dust particles, and even a clear gas, that is your oxygen, that is present and helpful us in breathing. Okay. So such an air, it have an indefinite shape and a volume. You cannot see it. It has no color, no smell, and even it has mass and weight. Even though it don't have any color and smell, it has a mass and it has weight. And this air, it creates an atmospheric pressure equally in all the directions. So a layer of air that is surrounding the earth, we are calling it as a atmosphere. And your atmosphere is further composed of 5 different layers. Like the first layer of the atmosphere, we are calling it as a troposphere, which is the lowest layer. And this always helps in changing the weather pattern because most of the oxygen that is present in your troposphere layer, and this troposphere layer, it occupies up to 12 kilometers from Earth's surface. So now the second layer, we are calling it as a stratosphere layer. This stratosphere layer, it occupies around 50 kilometers from the surface, and the most important layer where all the jet planes will fly here, and because in this layer clouds are seen very rare, so jet planes can fly very easily. And one more important concept of your stratosphere, that is the ozone gas. The most important gas, that is the ozone gas or ozone layer, that is present in the stratosphere, that helps to um, stop or prevent the dangerous UV rays that are entering into its atmosphere. So ozone layer, it reflects back the dangerous rays that are coming from the sun. Okay, now the third layer of the earth, it is called your mesosphere. It is the layer which is occupied up to 80 kilometers from the earth's surface, and this is the layer where whenever the meteoroids or the small rocks from the space that are moving towards the earth, when they are entering, they all will get burnt in this layer. This particular layer, we are saying it as a mesosphere. So now after mesosphere, the next layer we are calling it as a thermosphere. So thermosphere is the fourth layer where all the space shuttles, they will move from this layer. Last but not the least layer, that is your exosphere, which is around 320 kilometers away from the earth's surface. It is a layer mm, where the earth's atmosphere, it is becoming a part of the space, and here very little quantity of air it is present. That layer we are calling as a exosphere. So what exactly, how this atmosphere it is helpful to us? As I said, troposphere contains more oxygen. This earth's atmosphere, it always providing us oxygen so that all the living organisms, they can breathe and live. Now, the second important from this atmosphere, that is this atmosphere, as it is reflecting back the UV rays and other dangerous rays, it is even helping to maintain a proper temperature on the Earth's surface. And In the mesosphere of the earth, all the meteoroids that are burnt, so which are not allowed uh, to the earth's surface. And even ozone layer, it is protecting us from the dangerous UV rays. Okay, so now let us quickly have a look on the composition of the air. As I said, air, it is a mixture of gases. In this mixture of gases, the majority of the gas, that is the nitrogen. Almost all 78% nitrogen, it is present in the atmosphere. Remaining part is all other gases. Okay. Now the second gas, but this particular, even though it is present in a larger quantities, that atmospheric nitrogen cannot be used by the plants directly. They should fix in the soil, and soil is absorbing the atmospheric nitrogen. Yes, and even the animals, we are getting the nitrogen from the food what we are eating. So nitrogen even directly not supporting our body, but it's indirectly playing an important role in our body. So now the second important gas, that is the oxygen. So oxygen is the most important gas because it is a breathing gas without which we cannot live at all. Now, the third important gas, that is your carbon dioxide, which is the gas that is helpful in photosynthesis process by the plants. And even it is a gas that is even used in the fire extinguishers to stop the fire. So, in photosynthesis process, plants are using carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. They are using sunlight. They are using nutrients from water or from soil, and then they are using the chlorophyll also present in them to perform the photosynthesis process. So now along with these some other gases are also present, like some inert gases like argon, neon, they are present in a very limited quantity. The major quantity of Earth's atmosphere, it is your nitrogen, then followed by oxygen, then carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is around some 0.003%. Okay, so now after these gases, even in our atmosphere, we are even having a water vapor. So water, it gets evaporated from the lakes and rivers because of the sun heat. And the water vapor present in the atmosphere, we are stating it as a humidity. What we are calling to the water vapor, it's the humidity. And the water vapor, it is always helpful in changing the weather patterns, and that water vapor, it condenses to form the clouds, and that clouds come to earth again as in a form of rain, fog and snow. So when the water vapor present in the atmosphere, it is more, the humidity levels, we are saying it as a high. When the water vapor levels are less, then we are saying the humidity as a low. Okay, so now along with the water vapor, dust particles and a lot of smoke is also present here. Okay, because smoke, it is produced by the burning of fuels, and it contains some of the gases or dust particles that are very harmful for the atmosphere. And even such a smoke is coming from the chimneys of the factories also. Okay, children, in our today's class, we learnt about what are the different layers of atmosphere, the composition of air. Open your textbook and start reading the chapter 10, Essentials for Life, Air and Water.